Hi guys, welcome back to Living the Harden Dream. On this video, we are headed on our Bachelorette trip. We left Friday around 9 a.m. Our first stop though when we got to Charlotte was the mall. We went to Concord Mills Mall. We weren't there long. And then we came on back here to the rental. This home is listed as an Airbnb. To me, it was a gorgeous home. If it were just me and Papa H and 2 kids only, this would be a great space for a small to medium-sized family. Not much space for a large family, but it was an awesome, the beds were comfortable, everything was clean, and so we just had the best time here in this home. The owners take good care of it, and the sheets were awesome. Good graded sheets, not cheap sheets. But I want to show you this master bedroom in just a minute. You're talking about a gorgeous bathroom, very spacious. Closet is huge compared to my home. And here's the bathroom. Look at that tub. Ooh, I'd love to have been able to bring that home with me. But overall, it was a great space. We got here and we got ready for the rest of the day's events. Everybody had their own space, and it was just awesome. So here we are. We're ready to go on our first adventure. And our bride had our t-shirts made. They're rock and roll themed. A song from any rock and roll singer that we wanted. But our first adventure started at Bang Bang Burger. Now, the building, the restaurant was really clean. It's nice. The atmosphere was good. Now, I bought the chicken sandwich, but some of the other ladies said that their burgers were not worth the price that we paid. Now, I can't honestly remember how much I paid for mine, but my burger was awesome. I meant to say my chicken sandwich was awesome. The guacamole on top of that, here we go. I gave you a good glimpse of what my first meal of the day was. After leaving Bang Bang Burger, we went next door to, I'm not sure what you would call this place, the Penn's Mechanical Company. It's a bar, sports bar situation. Kids were allowed. They had games for kids. The swings were for the kids. They also sold alcoholic beverages. Great atmosphere, great staff. We had a good time just hanging out, looking at the scenery. We ended the night at Beat the Bomb. I was kind of sketchy. I'm going to be honest. I was sketchy in the beginning on how this was going to go. It's a bar, but it has activities that, you can participate in. It is like you go into a room. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but you go into a room, you do an activity. You can't move on to the next room until you complete the activity. Now, here we are going into the first room. I got so involved in the game process that I forgot that I was supposed to be filming. But there were 3 levels, I think, to this room. It's mostly color coded, and also there was a part of word memorization. So you had to remember the word, and the word that was not on the screen, you had to kick that word out, kind of. But they give you wristbands in order to move from one side of the room to the other. So you need to move your object from one side of the room to the other. But I was, like I said, a little sketchy in the beginning, being locked in a room, but you weren't locked. But I did have the best time. But I'm going to leave it right here and let you kind of figure out what we're doing. And I'll come back at the end here. at the end. We completed each task. We did not pass the test, but we did complete everything. And the next step is slime. So here's the video that the company made for us. We got slime, but it was so fun. If you're ever in the Charlotte area, please stop by. It's kid friendly, I think. As a matter of fact, I don't remember seeing any kids, but if you have adult kids, this would be a great activity to spend with them. And here's just a few clips of downtown Charlotte. I'm showing you the Coliseum. Just some of the limelight of Charlotte as a whole city. Here we are the next day and the beginning of the events of the day. We started at the Hard Rock Beach and Country Club. When I tell you the grounds of this place were so beautiful, I would say I was looking for snakes, but didn't see any. But it is a gorgeous place to go and hang out with family and friends. It is it's $5 to register online, and then if I'm not mistaken it was $35 or $45 per person to get in. I can't remember, but it is an awesome place to just go swimming and hang out with family and friends. I'm not sure if this area is man-made or somebody just come upon it and found it. I'm not sure, but the water was gorgeous, the rocks were gorgeous, all the employees were really nice. I wanted to show you the one employee. See him right there? He's so cute. But the rule of thumb is that if you're wanting to swim, you have to have a life jacket. The only way you can get out of not having a life jacket is to take this swimming test. Regardless, all of our girls failed. Unfortunately, I can't swim, so I couldn't participate in this activity. So I just sat up under the sitting area and just watched everybody have fun. But overall, it's a great experience. It's a beautiful place to hang out with friends and family also. decided to go back, and it was time for the night on the town. So here we are. We're dressed and ready to go, and so we're going to go find something to eat. But just the scenic view of the area we were in is so gorgeous. Supper for tonight was trattoria, if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I didn't, but it is a sushi restaurant. Very clean, staff was great. Overall, this whole trip was awesome. We ran into some good people. Just nice and welcoming. I wanted to show you here, this is the type of noodles that I had, yakisobe, if I'm saying that correctly. But I'm showing you the prices of things on their menu. Great prices, great food. I would suggest this place anytime. It even had a live band, well, a live singer rather. Ended the night on a rooftop bar, just enjoying the view. And tomorrow's the big day we're headed home. But anyway, thanks for coming along on this trip. Y'all be blessed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.